everyone, and welcome to Pleading Mom. Today I'm going to talk about something that's a little bit heavy, depression. And I know that it's not a topic that people talk about a lot. For what reason, I don't know. A lot of people suffer in silence and they're depressed and they don't let anyone know. So today I just want to talk a little bit about steps to get you whole and to get you healed. And when you're depressed, it's a continuous process to get yourself back healthy. You have to have a support system. You have to know that you need help, and you have to do a lot of work yourself. And that's the hard part, because a lot of times when people are depressed, you're kind of in a slump where you don't really want to do anything. So that's kind of where a support system comes in. But we're going to talk about that when I go down the steps. So I do not claim to be a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a pastor or a preacher. I'm just going from my experience and really what helped me. And I know that it can help somebody else. So let's get started. Number one, pray. You could have guessed it, right? Prayer is our number one resource for healing, for happiness, for joy, for peace, for contentment. Pray first. That's it. It doesn't have to be extenuous. You can start with, Lord, help me. I need your help. This is what I'm going through. This is how I feel. And that's it. The Lord hears you and he wants you to pray to him continually. Number two, seek medical attention. A lot of people, even as Christians, we stop at prayer. We say, okay, I prayed, so I'm just going to wait on God to heal me. But you got to take some more steps to really get yourself to a healthy place. So seeking medical attention is really important. A lot of people that I know have been depressed, and they are Christians, but they when they seen their doctor, they got medication and therapy and whatever they needed to get that medical care, because I believe that God created doctors for a reason. We as Christians have to sometimes trust that may be the next step, but praying first and then seeking medical attention. And then if you are in a place where you feel like you're so depressed that you're suicidal and that you really can't take anymore, call 911 or call the National Suicide Hotline. I'll make sure that I put a link, the National Suicide Hotline link and phone number at the bottom in the comments. But if you feel in pain, or if you feel like you just can't go on, please reach out and get some help. Number three, tell somebody that you need help. What I know is, when I was going through depression, I really didn't want to tell anybody. I didn't really want anybody to feel like I was weak, or that, it wasn't as big of a deal as it is. And that really is what happens a lot of times. You talk to people about what you're going through, and then they kind of downplay it a little bit, or, oh, you just need to do this, oh, you just need to do this. Girl, stop playing. You will be okay. Just pray, just whatever, you'll be all right. But it's a lot deeper than that. People are committing suicide because of depression, and we have to wise up as people, and as a support system. We need to be able to kind of identify if someone has really, really changed into, to the negative. If you know someone who's always well put together, and then now they're not, even as moms, sometimes we get in a slump because we're so busy and we're so overwhelmed by daily life. And sometimes, like, it's just stressful, and we need time to take a break and heal. And sometimes we don't take that break, and we become overwhelmed, and we don't tell anybody, and we just kind of just sit there in that pain and that agony, and it gets worse. So tell somebody that you need help. Tell somebody, I really don't know what's going on with me, or you might know exactly what it is. You might know the reason why. It could be something that's that you've been through, and that you might still be going through. Regardless to what it is, you want to make sure that you talk to somebody. Number 4, get a plan. So you prayed, you seek medical attention, you talk to your friends and family, whoever that support system is. Now you got to have a plan. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to stay healed? You could have got some medication. Is your plan to stay on the medication long enough to see a difference? Get in a support group. Talk to other people who have been depressed. If get into a group at your church. Just link with people so that you can find healing and you can find freedom from depression, because it can happen. You can be free from depression. You just have to try really hard and let people know what you're going through. All right. And then when you have that plan, just follow it. Tell somebody that plan so that they can, you can have an accountability partner so that they can say, hey, have you been going to your support group? Hey, can I pray with you? Hey, did you go see your doctor? Did you take your medication? You really want to have somebody who's really backing you up. Number 5, you want to journal your journey. It's going to be a testimony. Let me tell you, when you are healed and you are in a healthy place, you're going to be able to tell people what you did to move on to the next, to get to the next level. So when you find freedom, it's going to be your goal to help somebody else find freedom. And what an amazing testimony to tell somebody, I was depressed and I'm not anymore. And this is what I did. So if you journal your journey, write down daily what you did. This morning I prayed. I took my medication. I went to a support group. These are the steps that I took. I feel okay today. Tomorrow I took my medication and I prayed. I talked to a friend and they prayed for me and with me, and I feel really happy. And you can kind of have a calendar of how you felt, use emojis or something, make it very, very clear, and it doesn't have to be anything lengthy, but just document it so that you know how long it took from you to get from point A to point B. Number 6, say an affirmation. Affirmations are amazing. Oh my gosh. If you speak life into your life, you have life. I know it might sound kind of crazy, but words have power. And if you speak positivity, you're going to receive positivity in your life. I know so many people, unfortunately, that, say so many negative things, like, I don't want to live anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. And it's sad, but it's how they feel. It's really how they feel. And maybe they don't have the support system that they need. So when they say those things, they tell them, you need to stop saying that, or speak life, or say affirmations. But when you speak positivity in your life, it'll start to register. And once it gets into your spirit, it's gonna be hard to let it go. So if you go to pleadingmom.com, there is a affirmation in the post, 7 ways to conquer depression. If you kind of scroll down into the post, there's an affirmation for depression. So it's all yours. I'll also put a link at the bottom of the comments for you to be able to say that every day until you feel like you have something that or unless you have something that you already want to say. And number 7, don't give up. Listen, this journey is hard. It is hard. It is sad. It is difficult. It is not easy at all. no matter what you're going through. If you're a wife and being a wife is overwhelming, you might work 8 hours a day, have to come home, cook and clean up and do laundry and do everything for the kids. You might just be a stay-at-home mom, and it may be overwhelming for you to get everything done and still take care of the kids and your daily task. You might be a student and your schoolwork is really overwhelming, and you may be failing, and you may not want your parents to know what's going on while you're in school. You might be a new mom and you don't know what to do with a crying baby. Get some help. You're not the only one who went through it, okay? Not the only one who went through it. So you have to figure out what's most important to you. Your life is worth living. So just remember that and say that your life is worth living. So don't let the busyness of your life and the enemy distract you and allow you to think that you're not worth living. You're the apple of God's eye. He loves you, and he will never leave you, and he will never forsake you. You shall live and not die. Be encouraged and be of good cheer. Okay? Pray, seek medical attention, tell somebody you need help, get a plan, journal your journey, say an affirmation, and don't give up.